Well, last week we showed an excellent interview with retiring Mammoth Lakes Police Chief Dan Watson. Hope everybody had a great time at his going away party. And now an interview with new Mammoth Police Chief Al Davis from Sierra Wave Media's Rob Gill.
Yeah, my background in law enforcement started 32 years ago. I started as a police cadet part-time with the Ventura Police Department. And from there, while I was going to college, I learned about police work and decided that I wanted to make that my career. So 29 years ago, I graduated the police academy and started my career there. I've worked several assignments while at the Ventura Police Department, including as a patrol officer. Collateral assignment was a SWAT officer for 24 years total. I worked through the ranks working narcotics, eventually got also youth activities programs, PAL, Police Activities League, numerous other things. I also was promoted to sergeant in 2001, where I ran the gang violence suppression team. It's a collaborative effort throughout the county that focused on gangs and violent gang behavior. That was about a 5-year assignment. Eventually returned back to patrol and I also worked as a training officer, training sergeant. And then eventually got promoted to commander, where I took over the SWAT team as a SWAT commander, patrol teams, canine rifle team, armors programs, numerous programs throughout the city. Also, while with the police department, I was active with the Ventura Police Officers Association. I started a 501c3 for DDAL Memorial Foundation, which raised funds for college-bound students in order to provide additional funding for them. So having wrote that, and then I did a golf tournament for 6 years in order to make money for the kids, and we raised approximately $63,000, and all that money went directly to the youths that were going to college for a public safety or public type job. I've been to Mammoth, but even further back than that, when I was 12, I was in Boy Scouts, and I went on 6 different 50-mile, 10-day hikes through the Sierras, and most of those were further south. But I'd been past Mammoth a few times, and about 4 years ago I came up skiing, and I've been coming up ever since, and it's just extremely gorgeous and beautiful, whether it's skiing, fishing, road biking, mountain biking, all those fun things up here. Community, everybody in the community I've heard about and talked to and worked with, the scenery, the outdoor activities, a small agency where I could really get to know everybody and really work close in hand and still be a working chief and not being a specifically administrator. But I like the idea of actually being able to work the streets and help the officers out there and be a part of the community. Okay. Enjoy skiing, fishing, mountain bike riding, road back riding, hunting occasionally. I look forward to trying out learning cross-country skiing, biathlons. There's so many opportunities up here that it's not just stuck into what I'm going to do, but what else I want to learn and create.
Okay.
Well, my current assessment of the police department is the fact that everybody here wants to be here, and that's a big plus. That people that come to Mammoth come here because they want to be here, and the officers and the non-sworn staff have been tremendous so far. They're really supportive, helpful, anything they can do to help me out. Where we go from here, now that's going to take some time to figure out. My immediate goal is to understand the city, the citizens, the community, as well as the police department and how it works and how it relates. Obviously, it's a much different police department than I came from. We had 127 sworn officers and I believe close to 50 non-sworn officer people. So now I'm working with 13 sworn officers and 3, so it's a challenge in that regard, but it's going to be great because I can get to know each one of them and find out what kind of things that they need to do, as well as be able to figure out the community. Long-term goals are to increase staffing levels here at the police department. That's one of the biggest goals, so we can have 24-hour coverage on the streets, so we can be available for our citizens at any one time that's needed. And then eventually, hopefully get a new police station, but look at the overall picture and see what kind of services the police department can do and provide to assist the community any way we can. My biggest challenge personally is getting to know the weather, living in the weather. I've been in the weather, but I've never lived in it. So day in, day out, below 20 degrees, wearing a coat everywhere you go, and trying to stay warm at night. Those are all things that are challenges, and not crashing on the ice when I'm driving, slipping when we're walking into the grocery store, things like that. Those are the biggest challenges personally. Challenges for the department, it's really too early to see at this point, but it is staffing levels from what I can tell at this point. The community, they've accepted me, tremendously. It's been absolutely wonderful. Not just the police department staff, but the city staff and everywhere. I've been fortunate that I've been able to go around with Dan Watson for the last almost 2 weeks now, and he knows everybody, but two, has introduced me to so many people, so many tremendous people, and getting meetings and understanding the community through Dan's eyes. I'll develop my own ideas and my own thoughts. However, I've got a great base of people that I've talked to. Everybody's just completely opened me with open arms, and it's been just wonderful, wonderful. Well, first of all, Dan, filling Dan's shoes is going to be tough. One, he's a bigger guy than me, but so his shoes are a lot bigger than mine. But really, truly, it's just going to take time, and I think I can step in and really, continue on the legacy that he's created, where the police department really is a part of this community and part of the membership of this township. That's just great. I don't struggle with that at all. I look forward to it. I've had a great experience so far meeting everybody. So I really enjoy looking forward to the fact that I'm going to be involved in the community, and I'm going to do everything I can to make this township a better place and the police department much better, and I'm excited about the opportunity.
Well, thank you, Chief Davis, and welcome to the Eastern Sierra. Now, also last week, Sierra Wave Media spoke with John Wentworth of the Eastern Sierra Recreation Collaborative, and a reminder that the special ESRC meeting this Wednesday, Saracosa Community College in Bishop, and this is to finalize work on the draft recreation strategy. Special orientation session at 5 p.m. Meeting starts at 5:30. Now, also this week, in preparation for the upcoming National Environment Policy Act process for the Sherwin Area Recreation Plan, call that the NEPA for SHARP, a public meeting to be conducted by the Inyo National Forest. Town of Mammoth Lakes will be hosting that public meeting this Thursday. That's going to be from 5 to 8 p.m. Suite Z in the Minaret Village Shopping Center above the Vaughn's Pharmacy. Grady Dutton, the town's public works director, will be facilitating the meeting. Now, the purpose is to review the previously completed SHARP documents and to confirm the trails to be included in the first phase of the SHARP NEPA process. Now, in preparation for this meeting, you might want to take a moment to review the list of trails previously identified by the Mammoth Lakes Trail System Coordinating Committee and the 2009 SHARP plan, including proposals for both summer and winter trails. These documents will serve as the background for the work to be completed at that meeting coming up this week. We will note that in 2009, the town of Mammoth Lakes, in partnership with MLTPA and the United States Forest Service, convened interested stakeholders in a collaborative dialogue about recreation opportunities in the Sherwins area. That was known as the Sherwins Working Group. Now, the efforts of the Sherwins Working Group were documented in the Sherwins Area Recreation Plan, SHARP, which was included in the Trail System Master Plan adopted by the town in 2011. Now, the efforts of many interested stakeholders have led to SHARP moving forward into a NEPA process. The Inyo National Forest will begin the public scoping for the SHARP NEPA effort later this year. And again, that meeting taking place Thursday, 5 p.m. at Suite Z. Also, there's the State of the County, Mono County. That is also set for this Thursday. You can join Mono County for a morning of in-depth information from experts and specialists about the state of the global, national, and regional economy, tourism trends in California, and how the Eastern Sierra can take advantage of opportunities in market shifts. Again, that's Thursday, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Sierra Center Mall Conference Room, Old Mammoth Road. Registration, well, there's no cost, but registration is required for admission, and you are asked to RSVP to J. Simpson at mono.ca.gov. J. Simpson at mono.ca.gov. Presentations by Jeff Lucas, Principal, Community Development Services, Laszlo Horvath, Principal, Active Media, and Caroline Batista, the CEO and President of Visit California. And again, that is set for this Thursday at the Sierra Center Mall Conference Room. We'll be back with a weather report.